Hello, Internet! Oh boy, I can't believe the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. Is here. I have so many things I want to... What do you mean I missed it? Well, hey, it's still the anniversary of these. When the original Super Mario Bros. First released, it was on top of the world. There were so many different collaborations, an animated film. The best-selling book at the time was a strategy guide on how to beat the game. Nintendo really wanted to get it in as many places as possible, leading to not only releases in other territories, but also special versions of it to give people something to play if they ever got through the original. One of the first was Versus Super Mario Bros. At first it lures you in, appearing to be a simple arcade port of the original game, only to pull the lift out from under you and eat up all your quarters, typical of arcade games. Despite being way harder, I'd consider Versus to be the better game. Levels that were copy-pasted in the original are completely new now, and there's a proper leaderboard system that encourages going for the high score much more. The developers had a lot of fun making the new levels for the game, so much so that they decided to make a full new game filled with them. Too bad those levels weren't fun to play. Here we have Super Mario Bros. 2 for the Famicom Disk System, also known as the Lost Levels. It has a few enhanced graphics and a whole lot of garbage, from unintuitive level design to wind, and especially the poison mushroom. There are some features that became a big part of the series, but a lot of them just weren't well thought out, and the game doesn't make enough improvements in my opinion, especially on a fancy new piece of hardware. On an unrelated note, this is the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, not to be confused with the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch. This is probably the most calculator-like of all the Game & Watches, with levels mainly composed of various lines. For how limited the hardware was, they made really good use of it. You've got multiple items, hazards, and even swimming with the directional buttons and auto-scrolling, both of which would return in later games. And it makes this look even more pathetic in comparison. Super Mario Bros. Special, yeah, that's one way to describe it. This was part of a collaboration between Nintendo and Hudson Soft to put their games on personal computers that were not built for them. Oh, it's really bad. The levels are completely unique, and they do have some cool bonuses, but it isn't worth dealing with this performance. If you really want to experience these levels, there are much better ways to do so. Man, I didn't realize how many of these things there were. I could talk about them all night. I'm sure you're familiar with how our Super Mario Bros. 2 came to be, but what you might not remember is that it started out as a collaboration with Fuji, the biggest media company in Japan at the time. And their collaborations go back even further than that, with a lyrical version of the ground theme, a special walkthrough VHS tape, and even an official version of the game based around the radio show All Night Nippon. The levels are a mix of the original and Lost levels, but the most interesting part is the graphics, with multiple All Night Nippon hosts appearing. You have Sun Plaza Nakano, Miyuki Nakajima, Takeshi Kitano, no. In all seriousness, it's pretty impressive how much the first Super Mario Bros. Alone was iterated on, and that was just the first year after its release. Nowadays you can find near infinite versions of the game. I'm serious, look between your couch cushions, you'll probably find at least one of them.